What's up everybody, it's your boy Rico. Today I got a special feature lineup for you guys. I'm actually doing a feature with my boy Chea and his EK, which he actually takes to time attacks. He does drive it very frequently on the weekends just to, get the fluids running, keep the battery charged. But I'm about to be here in this video, so let's get into today's video with you guys. So today I got my boy Chea here with me and his time attack Civic. So Chea, tell me about yourself and your beautiful car we have next to yourself.
Yeah, so it's my Civic. I just run it for fun at the local tracks, Buttonwillow, Chuckwalla, Canyon Runs, Palomar Mountain, and a little bit of Cars and Coffee. So, it's definitely not the cleanest Civic or example of a Civic. These things get beat. It's got a single stage paint job on it that was recently done. 15 by 9, wheel setup, Mini Cooper brakes, Hawk DTC 60 front pads, and HP Plus in the rear with the rear disc conversion. I believe it was a GSR.
Okay. What years is a car? No, usually there's like the 96, 98 have the bulb headlights, so this is probably like 99, 2000.
You're right, yeah, it's a 2000. Sorry, this is a 2000 Honda Civic EK hatch. It's a CX, so roll-up windows. I don't believe this model came with power steering. It had a 4.6, I believe it was, lock to lock on the original rack. So no power steering. But yeah.
You got a little bit of forearm workout turning, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You go to Buttonwillow, there's one turn where it's like it was a two-turn right-hander. It's like a U-turn. I forget the name of the turn at Button, but anyways, yeah, it was doing one of these halfway through the turn. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I'm running a properly depowered DC2 rack. There's still no power steering, but it's like 2.7 lock to lock.
Okay.
So the ratio is a lot better.
Nice. So wheels, you said they're Konings?
Yeah, Koenig. I forget which model it is, but they're 15 by 9. I'm running a square tire setup, 225 50 15, obviously. AO52. So yeah, it's been pretty good. That setup's been pretty good.
Nice, and your tires look pretty meaty.
Yeah, it needs, this thing still, I honestly, this thing needs a little more gear, even taller tires. If I could fit them, I'd go taller.
Okay. And you're still 4x100, which is like a lot of guys usually go 5-lug.
Yeah.
So you kept it true like to the OEM Plus.
Yeah.
Did you change the brakes at all, or did you just change just the pads and rotors?
Yeah, so those are Type R remanufactured calipers. Mini Cooper rotors, and Hawk DTC 60 pads.
Sick. I know a lot of people are gonna question, like, what kind of hood vent is that? I mean,
that's a track spec motorsports hood vent. They have a ton of stuff. Honestly, I thought that thing was gonna be a little bit bigger, but when I got it, it is what it is.
Yeah, it does its job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The headlights look good. I know you were telling me earlier about the headlights, but I mean, hey, sometimes no one wants to spend $800 on a set of headlights. Honestly, I've seen Depot, I've seen Amazon, eBay headlights. As long as it looks good and it does the job to light up the streets, you're fine.
Yeah, they work well. These ones were Amazon, made in Taiwan. There's a lot of China headlights out there for like $50-$60. I think these ones are close to 100 shipped.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some that are made in Taiwan. They look great. A lot of people actually will do like a projector setup on this housing, and they look pretty damn good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys. There's I don't know if you know about Donut. He used to have an EG back in the
Yeah.
day, and he had M3 projectors in his headlights. And a lot of guys try to like do the same setup on their headlights, and the lighting that comes out of them is legit. But now everyone's LED, and the brightness that comes out of LEDs compared to HIDs is so much better, dude.
Yeah.
And then your mirrors, I saw the mirrors.
Yeah.
These are APRs?
Yeah, they are. They are. Those were Amazon scratch indents or whatever. You know, I knew I wanted these mirrors. I just started scouring the internet, and you know how Amazon sometimes has used like new items.
Yeah.
So that's what these were, and I got them for like a third of what they cost new. I forget what the price was. One of the mirrors was like had a crack down the front.
Oh,
end of it.
okay.
New mirrors were like $40. So yeah, I got them for really cheap. I think I have $100 into them.
Oh, nice.
Love them though. They look great.
That's a good deal. I know a lot of people are always like, dude, they're so small, but I mean, when you're at the track, you're not really looking in your mirrors.
You're not worried about who's behind you, because if they're faster than you, they'll get around.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, so tell me about your interior. What's going on in the cockpit?
Yeah, nothing crazy, man. Sparco seats. Open her up here. I'm trying to remember the PCI. Yeah, PCI mounts. We got a Momo steering wheel, NRG quick release, K-tunes, billet shifter. I believe the auto power harnesses.
I see a boost gauge. I think we have to share with the channel what's going on when we pop the hood.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, the cockpit is built for purpose, for track purposes. It's obviously gutted. There's no carpet. The door panels are gone.
Yep.
And these are these custom.
These are LRB Speed. They make panel kits. Unfortunately, they don't have one for the EK yet in the rear, but
okay.
They do have one, I believe, for like the EG.
Okay.
Full panel kits, and so they look pretty good, and you can have them powder coated and stuff. I just went the cheap route and slapped them in, but yeah, SI gauge cluster. That's about it, man.
Sick. So you got Sparco seats, and then I know you have tint, so a lot of people can't really see here, but there's a cage back there. So let's check out what's in the trunk.
Yep.
All right. This is where all the fun starts.
That is.
All right. So we see the cage. So brand of the cage?
This is made by Eimer Engineering. They're based up in, I think, Orange County, Anaheim area.
Okay.
Bolt-in cage. I want to say this thing was $700-800, powder coated black. I mean, you can do custom colors. They'll do whatever you want. You know, the price goes up obviously with custom colors.
Yeah.
This is one of their standard colors, but yeah, bolts right in. You know, and it mounts to the actual shock mounts here, which I liked a lot better than like the auto power.
Oh
style.
yeah.
Yeah, and then this is a 7-gallon methanol tank, so that's what cools what's going on up front.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see what's popping in the hood. And really quick, how long have you been doing time attack and like circuit racing?
Oh man, you know, that's not too long in a car. I was actually doing it on street bikes first.
Oh, sick.
So I had a lot of fun with that, and I started. What was the first car I took? It was my RS3.
Okay.
I had an RS3 that was just basic stuff, sway bars and springs and stuff, and wheels and tires, and started doing it in that. And then I got a Camaro, a ZL1. So yeah, it's probably been what, 5-6 years now.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never been a crazy Honda guy. This is actually my first Honda.
Did you get bit by the bug?
Yeah, I love it now. It's easy to work on, and it's comparing it to what I was tracking previously. Tires are way cheaper, brakes are way cheaper. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Honda, and once you learn how to drive them, man, they're just as fast.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, it's nothing special under here. You know, this is no show car, but
all right.
she gets the job done.
Yeah. So what do we have here?
So this is a JDM K24A with a Type S oil pump, 900cc injectors, E85, Jackson Racing Supercharger. It's on 9-10 psi peak. Methanol injected here. That's based off of boost.
So So this is where that tank in the trunk comes along for that little guy right there.
Yep, and that's what just keeps the supercharger nice and cool.
Okay.
It is running on E85 as well, so plenty of octane. You know, nothing. The tune isn't anything crazy. It was tuned by Darden, and I'm actually getting retuned here soon by Daniel up in Long Beach from Churches. Nothing wrong with Darden. The tune's been great. I've tracked this thing a ton of times as a supercharger. Doesn't overheat. It's got a big oil cooler on the front and a full-size radiator. It doesn't overheat at all. I just, you know, I think Churches focuses a little more on drivability, which is kind of where I'm headed.
Nice.
And Darden is super busy too. You know, he's a great tuner as well. I'm not talking down on him at all.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Okay, so is anything done internally to the motor at all, or just as it's stock?
This is a stock K24A with just a Type S oil pump kit on it. So
Nice.
you can rev them. I think you can safely rev them to like 81 or 8200 with that. I'd take it to 8. So yeah, I'm probably somewhere in the ballpark in the low 3s on a dyno jet. You know, 320 or so. I would guess.
Okay.
I turned up the boost since Darden tuned it. When Darden tuned it, it made right around 300 on 7 pounds. So you know, should be low 3s, mid to low 3s.
A little fun power, well, it's not too much.
Yeah,
you're still getting traction. You're still, you know, getting good lap times. That, you know, I would say.
Totally, and it's linear. You know, it doesn't all come in right away. Plenty of torque, but not too much. You don't have that torque hit like a turbo setup. You know, when it spools up, all of a sudden it comes on really hard.
Yeah.
This is really linear and easy to drive for the power level, and then the weight of the car. I had it on my buddy's scales, Craney Customs. And it was 2260 or so. I think that was with a half tank of gas, so probably around 2300.
Okay.
With a full tank of gas.
And have you weighed the car on like what is a rough estimate what the car weighs?
Yeah, 2300.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
nice.
Should be right around 2300 full tank.
It's not bad. So this is the other thing we were talking about. This battery here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little test battery. It's not very clean. Don't get too close, man. I just strapped it down. My battery holder actually wasn't big enough, so I had to use some heavy duty zip ties across the top and over the other side. But that battery's only 2.5 pounds, so I don't think it's moving anywhere.
That's nice.
It's a lithium iron battery, and it's like 450 CCA, so it's more cold cranking amps than the big battery I had in there that was 30 pounds. So, this thing's pretty impressive, and so far so good. It's got a little BMS, resettable BMS right on the top, so you can press and hold. It shows you, you know, what kind of voltage you have. Right now it's reading 14, and you can reset it if for some reason it ever overheats.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice. So they're the car probably makes really good power, really good front of the track. Is there anything else you plan on doing it like internally? You want to add cams, maybe a valve spring?
The Honda bug bites everybody differently, but I've always, with cars in general, never been able to, like, you know, just be happy.
Yeah.
I always want more. Recently I did a new clutch, stage 2 competition clutch, and countershaft. My countershaft, when I pulled it, when I did the clutch, when I pulled the trans, I noticed the friggin' had a little bit of play in the bearing, and the bushing was kind of torn. So did that stuff. The suspension on this thing is Koni Sport with ground control sleeves. I actually have Koni Race sitting in the garage. I'm gonna give a test here too soon.
Mm-hmm.
But the setup's been great. It's fully adjustable. It's got a DC2 subframe on it. Lower control arms and everything, so it moves the motor back a little bit better for handling than the EK subframe.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, it's got a different depowered rack. It's done properly, and so it's got a nice little ratio in there. No power steering, and you know, no ABS or anything like that. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to talk to.
Yeah.
Passport mounts, all the basic stuff.
Okay, that's not bad. The car looks great. So I think it's time to go for some rollers. Maybe have the audience show them how the car gets down. Well, at least what it sounds like, hearing that belt run.
Yeah.
And then we'll go for some rollers, a little cruise. But before we end the video, is there anything else you want to do? Any shout outs to anybody or any like sponsors or anything?
No. I mean, the only shout outs go to my Honda boys, you know, Sean, Russ, Jeff, you, all the guys who've been into Hondas and supporting them this whole time. You know, you guys are the real champs. I'm jumping in late, and thankfully, you know, the homies are like, hey, yo, get this X, Y, and Z. You know, they already know why to run certain parts. So I just kind of took their word for it when I jumped into this thing at, you know, 4 years ago or whatever it was, and just started slowly gathering the parts that I need to get and slowly upgrading and reselling. And so really that's the only shout outs I want to give.
Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Also, I know the aero on it, it's very simple. It's not too crazy. Do you plan on changing anything else on the outside of the car, or you just want to leave it as it is? It looks pretty. It looks beautiful as it is, like a perfect street car, track car.
Thank you. Yeah,
but
no, I mean, you know what? It's gonna get fucked up. I mean, I go off. I'm not the best driver, but I do push this thing, and I want to go fast. So, you know, I go off from time to time, and that's what happens when you're learning the suspension setup and everything too.
Yeah.
Make those fine adjustments and start going faster. Tires get bald. You're cheap. You don't run new tires. Those things, they overheat quick when there's not a lot of tread left. But no changes really for now. You know, some aero would be nice. A big wing setup and get some downforce for those high speed corners.
Yeah.
But other than that, the car feels great as is.
Cool. So there's a Hondata app. Oh, sick. So it tells...
So yeah, you can change all this stuff. RPM, timing, air-fuel ratio, injector duty cycle, throttle pedal, boost pressure, intake air temp, knock retard, battery voltage. I mean, there's other coolant temperature. There's other stuff in here too. You can change the way it looks. You can check error codes and stuff here. There's a ton of stuff, data log.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And that's on the version 2 or version?
No, it's V4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to time, and that's what happens when you're learning the suspension setup and everything too.
Yeah.
Make those fine adjustments and start going faster. Tires get bald. You're cheap. You don't run new tires. Those things, they overheat quick when there's not a lot of tread left. But no changes really for now. You know, some aero would be nice. A big wing setup and get some downforce for those high speed corners.
Yeah.
But other than that, the car feels great as is.
Cool. Well, cool. Thanks for being able to come out or to do this video, and you know, we'll definitely keep an eye out for some track events. Maybe get a ride along with you maybe in the future. But
let's do it.
Thanks again for being able to take some time out of your day to meet up with me and shoot your car.
Yes, sir.
But we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, man. So we're about to do a ride along, or just go for a little cruise so I can feel the power on this car. It's like full disclosure. It will rip. Dude, that belt, that thing is wide. You're like, holy shit. Jesus, that power, dude, it just comes out of it. I got the goosebumps, just like, I miss this. I miss to be able to just drive a car and just bang through the gears, dude.
Yeah, I hear you.
Nothing to see here, people. got so tight. Dude. You probably have a lot of fun on the track. Just, dude, there was a video I saw that like there was a car that had so much G-force. This I think I posted on IG. I don't know if I sent it to you. But this guy, there's so much G-forces, his ribs cracked.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy. You guys, but Supercharged is definitely the way to go. That power band ratio just from a belt is so worth it. Jesus. It's just like God, I love Hondas.